So this is a value-added tax question. So value-added tax, or VAT, VAT is a tax the government puts on goods, and it's basically used by the government to raise taxes so that it can use this money to run the government and run the country. So VAT or VAT questions are the kind of typical questions that come up in applied arithmetic in the junior cert. So if we have so this here is like a typical type of question. So let's have a read. The rate of VAT on electrical goods is 23%. Find the selling price of a washing machine priced at 650 plus VAT. So let's tackle this. So basically what will happen is, so the washing machine, let's say the price that it was purchased for, if you like, or the price it's going to be sold for is 650. Now, that will also have to include a 23% VAT as well. So it's basically we have to get 23% of this and add it onto it to get what's known as the selling price. So we're trying to work out what the selling price is. So the first thing we need to do basically is we need to figure out what is 23% of this quantity here. So we're trying to work out 23% of 650. So the way that we can do this, we can take this percentage and we can turn it into a decimal. So how do we do that? Well, we can, so percent means out of 100, so that's going to be 23 over 100. And if we turn this in, so this is what it looks like as a fraction, 23 over 100. And then to turn it into a decimal, we just take 23 and divide it by 100. So it's going to be equal to 0.23. Now all we have to do is, in order to get 0.23 of this amount, we just multiply it by this amount. So it's going to be, so 23%, so 23% of 650 is going to be equal to 0.23 multiplied by 650. Which is equal to 149.50 euro. And that's euro there as well. So it's 149.50. So that's the VAT, if you like, that has to be added on. So VAT, or VAT, value added tax, is at 23%, it's equal to 149.50. So it's 149.50. So in order to work out what the selling price is, so the selling price, I'm just going to abbreviate it as SP. So selling price is equal to the price they paid for it, which is 650. So 650 plus 149.50. And we add the two of those together, and it's going to be equal to 799.50. 799.50. So that's the first part. So the selling price would be this amount here. So how do we get that? So we had to work out what 23% was of this amount. So 23% of 650. 23% means 23 out of 100. So if we write it as a fraction, it's 23 over 100. And then we can turn that to a decimal by taking 23. So taking the number at the top and dividing it by the number at the bottom. That's equal to 0.23. And then in order to get 23% of this amount, we just take this decimal and we multiply it. And that gives us 149.50. So that 149.50 is the VAT that is owed or due on this amount. And to work out then the selling price is going to be made up of the price of the washing machine plus VAT. So that's going to be 650, which is this amount here, plus the VAT that we worked out, which is 149.50, and that gives us a total amount of 799.50. So this is like the price that will be displayed, if you like, in the shop. And this is typically how, when you go into a shop and you see prices, the price includes VAT as well, so you get the whole amount. Now the next part is it says, so part 2 then is, if the selling price of an iPad is €738, find its price before value-added tax is added on. So what we can say that this price here, this includes like let's say the cost price plus the value-added tax, which is at 23%. So that 23% comes from here. So what the way to kind of think about this is then, so the cost price is 100%, yeah, and then the value-added tax is going to be the 23% that's added on then, which will give us, so it's going to be 123%. So what we can say then is that this price here that they've given in the question, that's equal to 123%. So I'll just do this over here. So 123% is equal to €738. So €738. Okay, it's the cost price, which is 100%, and then plus the 23% VAT. So then again, what we want to do is we want to work out what is 1% equal to. So if 123% is equal to this amount, then to find out what 1% is, we just divide both sides by 100. Sorry, we divide both sides by 123, shall I say, 123. So we have to bring this down to 1. Okay, so we have to divide it. So if we divide this side by 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, we divide the other side by 1, 2, 3 as well. So what that basically tells us then is that 1% is going to be equal to €6. So if 1% is equal to €6, we want to find out like what is it at 100%, which is going to be the cost price. So 100% then is going to be equal to, so how do we get this 1 up to 100%? Well, we have to multiply it by 100. If we multiply this side by 100, we have to also multiply this side by 100 as well. So 100% then is going to be equal to 6 multiplied by 100, which is equal to €600. So €600. So what we can say then, so the answer then is equal to €600. So if the selling price of the iPad was €738, then if we want to find its price before VAT is added, then it's going to be the price before VAT is €600. So how did we get that? Okay, this price here includes VAT, so therefore it includes the cost price plus VAT. The cost price will be represented by 100%, and then the VAT is 23%, so we add this on. So 123%, which includes the cost price and VAT, is equal to this amount here. So what we've done then is we've worked out from that, we've let this equal to 738, we worked out what 1% is, which is €6, and then we've brought that up to 100%, which is equal to €600, and that 100% represents the cost price.